It has been a great opportunity for us to come here and express our views, share what we feel and what we live. It has been a kind of celebration of differences because it has been an intergenerational conference, interdisciplinary, interfaith, and it has been encouraging in such a safe environment to express one's thoughts without fear and without being labeled.
I think this is one of the first conferences I can say. This is the first time that we are speaking and talking about something very concrete, very realistic, very related to the reality. When we speak about the Palestinian Christian situations in the Holy Land and how to support their steadfastness and support their presence there, because this is a very alarming and very serious issue that the Palestinian Christians are disappearing from the Holy Land, and the fear was that at some point, which this is something that we don't want to happen, but at some point we will see like empty churches only with stones.
My objective in general of attending this conference was to be a voice to help and support the Christian voices from Bethlehem University also, and to support the Christian voices from Palestine in general, since they are going through a very difficult time and they are struggling to maintain their presence in Palestine.
This conference was pragmatic, practical, tackled very serious issues, and I believe that we came out with a very concrete conclusions, recommendations and results, which I hope that it will take place sometime very soon, so that the international community and the Christian community in the West can support the mother churches and support the Christians in the Holy Land. And this is something not only religious, but also because it's something human, and it is something very important to the region as a whole, because the presence of the Christians back there in the Holy Land is unique, special, very important.
I feel there are some practical things that will happen. I'll reserve my judgment at this moment, but I feel recharged, uplifted that our voices are heard, and people really talk about compassionate listening. Practice this compassionate listening, and it's very important because this is a way to ventilate. I think practical things will come, and we have talked about several issues that we can link to each other, where the Christian community to be empowered, not anti-others, but to be empowered in a context of a Palestinian situation, side by side with Israel. And this is very important formula, where the terminology were very thoughtful expressed, as well as the uplifting in the spiritual level is very important, because I don't think any project, any partnership, any twinning will be solidified without spirituality.
I think what I was quite happy to see is that also non-Christians were invited to the dialogue to discuss the issue of the Christians in the Holy Land, because I think Jews and Muslims are part of this question, and I was glad that we got a stage to present our perspectives. And I would hope that one of the outcomes of this conference would be more support of initiatives for dialogue between Christian and Jews, Christian and Muslims, Christian-Jewish-Muslim dialogue, because talking about the political situation, finding a political solution is very nice, but the day after the political solution will be made, how are we going to live together? And we don't have to wait with this question, or we don't have to wait to answer this question after the political solution will be found. We have to start answering this question now. How do we make our life better here? How do we accept each other? How do we deal with the past, with the animosity that we have between the two sides of the conflict? So I think it's very important that we would pay attention to the life of the people who live now, the reality of today, and not wait for a better time and then start to work on the Jewish-Christian-Muslim relation within the Holy Land.
One of the great characteristics of this conference, I think, has been the sensitivity, almost the reverence with which people have spoken and listened to each other. And I think in that way, listening to the different voices, Jewish, Muslim and Christian, this conference has modelled some of the outcome it would like to promote.
Naturally, there were voices not represented, there were issues not touched upon. We didn't attempt to offer a comprehensive overview of one of the most complex situations on the face of the globe. But we wanted this group to set its own agenda, that is, to find in its conversation together pointers for action and engagement and advocacy in the near future.